done, turn both pages over, please.
those two sheets together, put your one with your name, the one with your name on top, then pass them to the inside, please. Wait for the one on this side, put yours on top, then pass it over. Wait for the one on this side. Put yours on top, and then pass it to the inside. All right, you have three options to indicate how difficult the quiz was. These are the three options. Easy, so-so, hard. Show me what it was for you. This is easy. Really? Too many easies.
That's good. That means we're excellent students.
Well, that's what they told me last semester. We're going to find out for real next class. All right, so you got 10 minutes left. We have 10 minutes left to talk about the last piece that's on your exam, okay? Now, first things first, go back to your notes if you need to. On Blackboard, I just pasted a link to the PowerPoint we've been looking at, okay? So go back and look at it over the weekend as you study for the test. I'm going to go back there right now after I go to the review sheet, because something else I want to talk about is how we calculate GDP. It's not difficult. It's nothing like calculating the CPI, which frankly isn't very difficult for this class either, okay? But this is even simpler. How do you calculate GDP? You calculate it by making sure you count up all the sectors of the circular flow. And so they're up there on your review sheet. You'll see this later on too. All right, households and consumers are typically given a C as an abbreviation to signify consumption. Firms and businesses get the big capital I that refers to investment. A lot of times there are terms in this class that go counter to what you're used to hearing outside of the class. So normally when you hear the term investment, you think of, oh yeah, it's like when people buy stocks to try to make a profit, they buy bonds, they invest in their future by putting money into savings, mutual funds. Excuse me, that's not how we mean that term. Doesn't mean that outside this class it's wrong, it's just a little different perspective in this class. Investment means, like you business owners know, putting money towards expansion. So I'm going to buy more factories. I'm going to buy more land. I'm going to have capital investment for my company. And that's why it gets the big I. Government is G, all right, and then international is NX, net exports. Because we export, but we also import. So most countries think, most economists think that just for your own perspective as a country, if you've got a positive number when you take your exports and subtract your imports, that's a good thing. You have more people buying from you than you buying from them. And if you happen to go to war with some of these people, it's an even better time to have a surplus there. Now, what do you think the case is to the United States? Our net exports. Do you think that's a positive or a negative number for us? It's a negative number. We import a heck of a lot more than we export, a ton more. As a matter of fact, if you just take a look at one harbor, LA Long Beach Harbor down here, that's the busiest port in all Los Angeles, or excuse me, all of the United States. The busiest port. There's stuff coming in and going out every single day. Tons of stuff. And if you've ever had to go travel like I do to visit family in the Inland Empire, that's part of a corridor where these trucks that take stuff off of huge boats drive to deliver to places all over the country. There's a ton of trucks. If you go there the wrong time of day, you'll see them. And they'll be bogging you down in traffic, okay? So, the busiest port, we import, at that port, 10 times more stuff than we export. It's a huge imbalance, okay? We'll talk a little bit more about trade imbalances